Class of 2022 President Ethan Banfield will now lead us in the salute to the flag. Graduates, please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem after we do the pledge.
I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Graduating seniors, parents, school board members, honored guests, friends, family, and those that are joining us remotely, I welcome you to the 145th commencement exercise of the Greenwood Central School District. Let me begin by saying it is great to see so many people here tonight to help us celebrate the graduation of the class of 2022. The maturity, the hard work, commitment to academic excellence, friendship, empathy, and respect that you, the class of 2022, have demonstrated throughout your time in our school system has been incredibly inspiring. In fact, the exceptionally positive impression you have made in our school over the last 6 years earned you the nickname, at least for me, of the Golden Class. You earned this moniker because of the kindness, your maturity, your respect, your tolerance for one another, and that how you led our school even when you were 7th grade. So on behalf of the entire Greenwich Junior Senior High School staff, I thank you for setting an outstanding example for our other students and for making it so pleasant to work with you, especially after the last few years. Every group of graduating seniors can look back at their time in Greenwich and recall many, many experiences that made up the journey. I hope that your reflections include many happy and heartwarming reflections. I also want to acknowledge that your class has experienced loss along the way. We can forever honor those we have lost by holding on to and celebrating our memories of our time with them. Before I continue to note the virtues and the extraordinary accomplishments of the class of 2022, there's another group of incomparable and amazing individuals that I want to recognize and thank. This group of professionals have established our school as a school recognized for its students' academic achievement. They come to work each day committed to inspiring our students to develop and grow into happy, healthy, and well-rounded citizens, capable of succeeding at whatever endeavors they choose to pursue after high school. I am, of course, speaking of our incredible staff here in the Greenwich Central School. I know that some of our staff are able to be with us tonight and that many others are watching the ceremony at home. At this time, I ask that everyone here tonight please rise and show their appreciation for our teachers, our counselors, our bus drivers, our custodians, our groundskeepers, teaching assistants, and all the other support staff that have dedicated their professional lives to the children this year. Also ask you graduates to take some time over the next few weeks to make a connection with the staff members at GCS that have made a difference in your life. Please let them know that you've noticed their hard work, their empathy, and their compassion, and that you are grateful. Now, let's talk about the amazing class of 2022. Like so many that have come before you here at Greenwich, you have established your own legacy. Your legacy is defined by both individual achievement and collective excellence. In the end, you will join 144 previous graduating classes as one of the most academically and athletically accomplished groups in our school's history. Let me share with you some amazing facts about your class. 3 of you have earned the seal of biliteracy in French. 41 of you have earned the seal of civic readiness this year that demonstrates that you are well prepared to be a positive and productive citizen. 19 of you earned a career and technical education endorsement with your high school diploma. This endorsement indicates that you have met industry standards in your CTE program and you are ready to excel in the world of employment. 11 of you earned a mastery in science endorsement with your diploma. This endorsement indicates that you've earned an average above 90 or better on the readings exams that you took in science. 15 of you earned mastery in math, which means the same thing, above a 90 average in your math regions. 45 of you earned advanced readings diploma. This indicates that you are fully prepared and academically to move on to college or university if that's what you choose to do. 16 of you earned an advanced readings diploma with honors. This means that you had an above a 90 average on all the readings exams that you took. 6 of you earned the New York State High School Equivalency Diploma. This is a terrific achievement as it means you are a high school graduate. Taken together, these diploma endorsements are proof positive of your collective commitment to the school's motto, Nihil sine labore, nothing without hard work. It would take a long time for me to continue to review each and every amazing accomplishment or honor and or achievement you have earned over the last 4 years. Whether it was in the classroom or on the athletic field, on the stage, you have proved throughout your high school careers that you are exceptional and worthy of joining in the long line of honored graduates that have graduated from this fine school system. In many ways, the class of 2022 embodies what is best about our community. As most of you know, our community is known throughout the region as a place where people take great pride in where they live. Hard work is not exceptional, but the expectation. Parents and families make a living to provide for their families and raise their children to be respectful and productive members of the community. Greenwich takes great pride in your accomplishments. You are no exception. Members of your class are amazing artists and musicians. You've won numerous FFA and FBLA contests. You did great in mock trial and math league and won awards at RPI science fairs and performed in all county and area all-state music festivals. You have volunteered in our community and acted as altar servers. Many of you have dedicated yourselves to various interscholastic athletic teams where you have competed with your friends and teammates for years. During this past school year, you led the way as our football team earned a trip to the New York State Class C Final Four, and our girls and boys basketball teams played in the Section 2 championships. You were also instrumental in the softball team's awe-inspiring state championship run and the earning of 2 individual state championships in outdoor track. All in all, those of you that are athletes reinforced our school's reputation as an exceptional athletic program. In addition to your school-based activities, you have forged strong relationships with your friends and family outside of school. Through all these activities, you have exhibited many of the character traits that will serve you well as you transition to what comes next. This past year, under your leadership, our high school was once again recognized for its students' superior academic performance. In May, we learned that the U.S. News and World Reports once again ranked our high school in the top 10% nationally. This achievement was earned by a collective commitment to scholarship by you and the professional excellence of our staff. However, you're not only defined by your academic achievements. Your eclectic and diverse talents were constantly on display at concerts, on our track, at FFA state conventions, and on our athletic fields. The classes that will follow you will do well if they could emulate the commitment and hard work that you have made to maximize your opportunities while enrolled in our school. At this time, I ask everyone in attendance this evening to stand and join me in recognizing the hard work, perseverance, dedication, and most importantly, the achievements of the class of 2022. They all have stone faces right now. They're like, get on with it, Mr. Neese. I know I speak for our entire school community when I say to you, the class of 2022, that you have earned your place in Greenwich High School's long history of excellence. At this point, I want to take a moment to recognize the members of the class of 2022 that have made a commitment to protect our country by joining our nation's armed forces after graduation. I can think of no more honorable and courageous endeavor than to protect the freedoms that we all enjoy. I would like the following students to rise and be recognized: Mr. Hunter Dixon and Miss Alexandra Holmes. Thank you for your commitment to serve our country and protect the freedoms that we all enjoy. At this time, I would like to present our first student speaker, Miss Lauren Judah.
I had a realization this week that one of my biggest jobs being up here right now is not to put you to sleep before the part you came for. This did come after I made the decision to start this speech with a poem, so we'll see how this goes. Born to the woods, I had my choice. I chose not the road most blissful, or the path most full of quiet life. I chose it not for open fields and trimmed paths, the waterfalls that cleanse, the coves that whisper home, or the cliffs that evoke what it is to be alive. No, I chose this path for what makes my travels worthy. The rustles of the brush that leave no adventure unaccompanied. The circling of the birds that leave no learning left alone. I chose to watch my heart beat in the breath of foliage, to be cradled and rattled at the whims of the wood, and to love in the unanimity brought by the cacophony of dissension. What would it be to crash through this forest and steal another path? I do not wish for the answer, for I have learned the secret of the wood. The traveler's footfalls beaten too with a broader hope. This is the choice my class made together. We chose life over scenery and topography over any level ground. We chose big green woods to lose and find each other in time and time again. We chose each other. We chose people. Don't mistake this for a sunny cliche. If we had a choice, I do not think we would choose the circumstances that led us here. But we chose our response. We chose people, and we chose them early because this is when we learned how they leave. At 12 and 13 years old, we had our first empty chairs before we could even envision our graduation. How do you cope with the loss of a friend when you're still discovering what friendship is? How do you vocalize and recognize abysmal emotions when 3-paragraph essays still feel like mountains? You hold those you have left a little closer. You internalize a tighter grasp. You can't pick your forest, but you can pick your path. It's a decision that stays with you forever. We chose people, we chose each other because we learned how they can be torn away. It's a lesson we relearned over the past couple years. People are what you hold closest when the world seems to fracture, when the solid ground beneath your feet parts like Pangea, and the lives of your life become separated from you by the blue light of your laptop. Those around us are not inherent or granted. Isolation meant each other was a choice we had to make. I began this speech with a poem, not to torture you or give you a power nap before we receive our diplomas, but to share a little bit of myself with you. This is the result of our decision: individuality. When we chose people, we chose all the messy and eccentric characteristics of life. We chose to celebrate them within ourselves and to carry us beyond this stage. Look at these people and see the hands that will care for the ill and the injured and the impaired, the muscles that are going to raise businesses and farms from scratch. See the minds that are going to build things that can't be held and make the universe bigger from right here on the ground. See the hearts that will touch generations in an evolution of education we can't yet imagine, and the souls We're going to give image to the most intangible art. People are not meant to conform, we are meant to construct. We chose that too. Each other is where life lies. The motivation, the purpose, the reward. On behalf of this class, I thank all of you because you have been our people. You chose us first. Take a second and look at each other. I don't ask you to look on with love, but look with respect for the choice that we made. We have gone through a lot, and look at who it's brought us to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Judah. Ms. Shea Fortier will now present her address.
Good evening. I would like to thank everyone for being here tonight and congratulate the graduating class of 2022. As I look out at my classmates, I see the faces of those that hold 13 years of memories at the school. I feel so lucky and grateful to have grown up with you all. Thinking back to my earliest years at GCS, I remember the Friday morning programs we would have in the primary building. There, teachers and older students would tell us that before we knew it, we would be walking across this stage. While we might not have believed it at the moment, we certainly have experienced how fast time can fly. During the time spent in the middle grade building, many events allowed us to grow as individuals while bonding us as a class. Whether we were on field trips to Cooperstown and Camp Chinjigu, or building friendships at daily recess, we made memories to last a lifetime. I remember the time spent with my classmates, from weekly gym, art, and music classes, to the scholastic book fairs and end-of-year field days. As our younger years at GCS have flown by, it is important to remember that the memories we take with us are shaped by the friends we have made them with. This is not to say our middle school years were entirely spent without hardship. In our 6th grade year, we lost our friend Connor, and just 9 months later, we lost our friend Josh. The memories that we hold of our two friends will be in our hearts forever. Walking across this stage tonight, we honor them. As children, our time at this school taught us how to navigate life's tougher moments. I am proud of us for moving forward together and supporting one another through it all. Moving on to the next chapter of our lives, we now know the importance of leaning on those who care about us, especially during difficult times. First introduced to the high school building at our 6th grade moving up ceremony, Mr. Neese further connected us as a class, uniting us with a common goal. He told us that as we entered this building, graduation, which had always seemed so far away, had become exactly what we were all working toward. Although this was a goal that bonded us, we would all take different paths to reach it. In a small school such as this, I am so grateful to have formed connections with you all. In addition, I feel very lucky for the many opportunities presented at a school this size. Not only were we able to explore our interests, we were able to choose many unique paths that have led to this day. It is hard to believe that one moment we were sitting in our kindergarten classrooms, and the next we were making memories in high school told throughout our lives. Perhaps these stories will consist of supporting each other as teammates or cheering from the stands. Maybe we will hold fond memories of performing in band and chorus concerts or listening from the audience. We may also remember the roles we have played in the success of our school clubs. No matter the path we have chosen in high school, I hope that we all take with us the memories formed as individuals and as a class. However, our time in high school was not met without its difficulties. We were all forced to adapt to the challenges presented by the pandemic. Despite being physically separated as a class, I am proud of us for making the most out of the situation and for growing stronger because of it. Returning to all in-person learning for our senior year made us appreciate each aspect of our education and high school experience even more, especially being together as a class. From academics and clubs, to sports and music, to field trips and prom, I am very thankful that we were able to take full advantage of our senior year with each other. Thinking back on my memories at the school, they all reveal one thing in common: the importance of the people that are in them. To get through the difficult times, I needed the support of my classmates. To fully appreciate the joyful moments, I needed the love found in my friendships. Moving forward, I now understand how fast life can go by, and I recognize the importance of the relationships I create. In the blink of an eye, the collective goal of graduating high school will be achieved by all of us tonight. Each of our paths to this endpoint were unique in their own way, and I feel very fortunate to accomplish this shared goal together. By pursuing our individual dreams, I hope that we all will be able to continue experiencing life's joys with the people in our lives. I would like to thank all of my teachers, coaches, and family members for their endless encouragement. I would also like to thank my friends and all of my classmates for supporting one another every step of the way. Tonight marks the end of our time together as GCS students, but the beginning of our personal journeys after high school. I am so excited to see what and who we all become. As we have witnessed how fast time can fly, we understand the importance of forming relationships to make memories and experience life with. To the graduating class of 2022, this is our time. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Fortier. It is now my pleasure to introduce today's guest speaker, Mr. Mark Fish. As most of you already know, Mr. Fish is our Superintendent of Schools. Mr. Fish has spent the past 35 years in public education. After teaching and coaching in the Greater Johnstown School District, Mr. Fish spent 18 years as a building administrator in the South Glens Falls Central School District. Mark's career at South Glens Falls was remarkable. The middle school that Mark supervised obtained national recognition as a model school to watch. In 2010, Mark was named the National Distinguished Principal and as the New York State Principal of the Year. Over the last 8 years, Mr. Fish has been the superintendent of the Greenwich Central School District. Under Mark's steady leadership, the school district has earned recognition as one of the best school systems in upstate New York. Additionally, Mr. Fish has worked closely with the Board of Education to plan and execute 2 significant building projects that have improved our buildings and campus for future generations of students. Most importantly, Mr. Fish has provided very steady leadership during the enormous challenge presented by the pandemic. After 8 years, Mark will retire from his favorite professional position, the Greenwich Central School Superintendent of Schools. He's married to his lovely wife, Jill, and has 3 terrific adult children, Kelsey, Aaron, and Patrick. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Mark Fish to the podium as today's featured speaker.
Just when I thought Mr. Neese liked me, he put me between your diplomas and 2 incredible speakers, and here I stand. So I'll do my best. I know this morning at rehearsal he promised 35 minutes. I've trimmed it down a little bit. I think you guys will be happy. So just a few words of wisdom for you this evening, and I'll start with this. Many years ago, I had a high school English teacher who advised that when preparing to publicly speak, keep it terse, concise, and pithy. After reviewing what terse, concise, and pithy meant, I prepared tonight's address. I want to start off with a very special recognition this evening. We have 3 spring New York State champions in the graduating class of 2022. Will Faith Ingber, Lily McAuliffe, and Nina Scambolori stand for a round of applause? Congratulations on your outstanding athletic achievement, and more importantly, for assuring me that I will get some applause during my speech. So thank you, ladies, I appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Neese, members of the Board of Education, Administrative Cabinet, assembled family and friends, for giving me the opportunity to address the Greenwich class of 2022. Before I do, I want to thank my wife, Jill, my children, Kelsey, Aaron, and Patrick, for all their support they provided me and the sacrifices they've made over the last 35 years. I've been blessed with an amazing family, and for that, I am thankful. I'd also be remiss if I did not express my gratitude to Denise Smith, my secretary, for the past 8 years. Mrs. Smith is what a leader dreams of, a great partner. Her advice, humor, and support over the years has proven to be invaluable, and for that, I'm thankful. Welcome incoming Superintendent, Dr. Jennifer Steinley. Thank you for joining us today. I'll have my desk cleaned up before you get in. That's good. You know, Dr. Steinley, in 2014, I attended my first Greenwich graduation ceremony as the incoming superintendent. During the celebration of the class of 2014, retiring Superintendent Matt Donnelly, a very talented musician, played piano and sang. During the lovely performance, a Greenwich board member leaned over and asked, "What will you perform next year?" And to the best as I recall, I said something like, "All I can play is the radio, and I'm not even very good at that." Class of 2022, be thankful I will not try to sing, play piano, or even to turn a radio on tonight. As a building principal, I had the pleasure of working with a superintendent who would spend hours, days, and likely weeks crafting the perfect message for graduating classes. He would share his lengthy message with the assembled crowd of proud family, friends of the graduates. Class of 2022, I have not spent the last few weeks drafting a long message celebrating your accomplishments. I will be brief, and for that, be thankful. Today, I stand here preparing to move on. Like you, I'm experiencing many mixed emotions. I'm leaving a place that I love and a school community like no other. What will I do next? I'm sure many of you are wondering the same thing. I do know that, like you, Greenwich has prepared me for the next chapter of my life. Class of 2022, for that, be thankful. Hopefully you're catching a theme there, right? Now, having anointed myself an honorary member of the class of 2022, let me leave you with a few lessons I have learned along the way. You can never know too much. Strive to learn something new every day. Listen more than you speak. You might be surprised by what you hear. You're going to love this one. Your parents know more than you think. Trust me on that one. You can have many acquaintances, but friends are gems. Treasure great friendships. Good things typically don't come easy. If it's worth having, it's worth working for. No matter where you go in life, treasure where you come from. Greenwich will always be with you no matter where you go, and for that, be thankful. I know it will always be part of me, and for that, I will be thankful. Congratulations, class of 2022. I look forward to my next chapter, and so should you. Go Witches. Okay, it's my honor. By the way, stop the clock on there, right? So this is the next part of my job. I get to introduce the dedicated board members. We have a couple of them here with us tonight, but we have a dedicated board of citizens that represent the school. President Michael Conlon, Vice President Laura Lemoyne. Laura is leaving us after 10 years of service. That's a long run, and I would like to give her applause. I don't think she's here tonight. And we have board members Marie Grimke, Heather Madison, and Thomas Powers. So thank you for serving the school district so well. And thank you for having me for 8 years. I really appreciate it. Go 2022.
We will now award the diplomas. Lauren Janice Judah. O'Shea Elizabeth Fortier. Ethan Banfield. Taylor Rose Cristaldi. Aiden William McPhail. Samuel John Andrews. Deontay Quadir Sincere Bennett. Matthew John Bink. Reagan Thomas Biddle. Gavin Wesley Blair. Danielle Renee Boyer. Finn Alexander Berletich. Seamus Paul Brophy. John J. Burns IV. Madigan McGraw Harner. Eric Russell Cedarstrom. Nadia Chincola. Andrew Michael Conlin.
You know me, silly.
Hannah M. Darrow. Tyler Day. Hunter A. Dixon. Mary Kathleen Estramonte. Emma May French.
Dana Sidney. The Dana? Bad start.
Michaela Hope Guttasy. Jacob Hazard. Sierra Emily Hebert. Gareth Darrell Hill. Alexandra Victoria Holmes. Zachary Hoodie Hood. Jaden G. Hughes. Faith Marie Ingber. Jackson Miles Javerick. Owen James Keach. Jesse Paul Kuzmic. Katie L. Larman. Danica Jade Lindsay. Kyra Rose Little Creek Murphy. Lauren Catherine Markey. Nicholas Christopher Markey. Ellery Laura Mays. Lily Mae McAuliffe. Caitlin Marie McClay. Patrick A. McVie. Molly Catherine Morris Belcher. Jenna Elise Omer. Lily Marie Peck. Jordan Shannon Perry. Sophia M. Record. Emily Quinn Sieska. Alexis O. Seeker. Nina Michelle Scamalori. Haley Kathleen Simmons. Ryan Francis Skiff. Alyssa Jean Spezio. Christopher Martindale Sprague. Olivia Grace Stroke. Daniel Jarks. Bear with me. Clyde Chaplin Van Pelt. Garrett D. Wardwell. Jamie Elizabeth Wheeler. Alexandra Grace Whiting. Zachary Kent Wiss. Jaron Brady Wolf. Kylie Young. Haley Zanella. I now ask the Greenwich class of 2022 to please rise and join in the singing of our alma mater. You will find the words to the alma mater in the inside back cover of your program. We have a group of seniors who will lead us. Please come forward. Ethan Banfield, the class of 2022 president, will now lead the class of 2022 in the moving of the tassel. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you